Welcome to the Power Hour Rocket Pro Wrestling Darkness Falls Go Home Edition. I'm Steve, along with the urban sensation C Red. Joining us right now is the new Rocket Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion with no asterisk by his name. It is the one, the only Maximus Orion.
How you guys doing?
We're doing good, and we're going to get right to this. So, the plan.
Yes,
The plan.
the plan.
Could have enlightened the commentating crew, could have enlightened a few people that this was the plan. So
Nope.
when did the plan become the plan? How much of season 6 was a clever ruse, a cunning attempt at trickery?
So we had the idea going into Fall Brawl. Um, it was my idea that we had to do something. And when Shaq cost Gunner the Zero Gravity Championship and allowed Schultz, a member of the Undeniable, to win the Zero Gravity Championship, okay. And then 2 matches later, J-Beck allowed Ryan to defeat Connor Hopkins to win the Outer Limits title. So right there, we knew my mother was the one that goes, okay, we need to put this plan in action. We cannot wait now. They just won 2 titles in the last hour. They've already got the RPW championship. Now they've got the Zero Gravity championship and the Outer
Tag
Limits title.
championship.
No, that was December.
Okay, that was December, yeah.
Yes, they didn't have those yet. That was the 3 rings had those, so we weren't really worried about those yet. And they had the Outer Limits title, and I don't remember. I think they already had the Intercounty. I think they did. I think DeSafio already had that. So they had 4 titles. They had 2, and then it jumped to 4 within 45 minutes. So we're like, we need to put this plan in action now. And it was Turtle's idea to say, you know what? In order to do this, you can't just go with them. They're going to be suspicious. You need to turn on me. You need to choke slam, turn on your opponent or your tag team partner, which was him, because then it's believable. Nubby gets pops. That's the guy you go after. Anybody else I would have turned on, it would have been like, there's a reason behind that. I turned on Turtle, allowing Saint and Schultz to pin him. That solidifies it right there. So that was the kickoff of the plan. And the only ones at that time that knew anything was me, my mother, Nuke, Turtle, and Rion. So Von Jaeger and Lat were not told until way later. Like a couple months ago.
Red, did you hear
Like,
that shit? Rion knew the whole time.
Steve, I'll do you one better than that. Did you
Freon,
listen? Did you
no,
listen?
no, Turtle.
Well, I had to tell Turtle. He was part of the. It was his. Did you see how he didn't get off the ground for the choke slam? Like,
That's fair. That's fair.
so I didn't want to hurt him, and he laid there and took the pin. I didn't really break his arm. He was never really suspended. None of that took place. I'll even do you one better. Did you guys listen to the Lovely Intoxicated podcast at all?
No, I have not had a chance to hear it yet.
Okay, well, I already said it on there, so I can say it on here. It's out of the bag. Do you guys remember when Rion put his head up his ass the first time and knocked me out?
Yes.
And we battled for the Intercounty Championship and all this other stuff?
Sure.
Yeah. At that point, it was just me and Rion that knew. That was a distraction for the
started
idols.
way back then.
Because who would have thought that I was going to come to yours and my mother's aid after having my ass whooped for 4 months by the best in the business? Then it kicks on 66. So in their mind, Idol's mind, Maximus Orion is over here. He's dealing with his friend that turned on him, kicked him in the nuts, hit him with a watch. By the way, WWE, I'm still mad about the fact that Cena used that because that was ours first, knocking him out with the watch. Then it kicks on 66. I drop the title to Rion. Nobody's going to expect that I'm going to be, they all think I'm going to go cry in my beer the rest of the night. They're not expecting me to go back upstairs and remake up and come back downstairs and whoop some idle ass and allow you and my mom to win. We couldn't allow them to expect that. And like I said on the podcast, now Rion has, heel Rion has the title. So now he can use it to elevate somebody else. Just because I wasn't trying with him and he wasn't trying with me doesn't mean he wasn't trying his best when he took on, his other challengers, when he took on Von Jaeger. And what did that do? Von Jaeger would have beat me. Ooh, great. You beat Maximus Orion. He's been in the business for 4 years. Great job. No, you beat Rion Skills for that title. So not only was it a great plan to get rid of the idols, it elevated Von Jaeger in the process and gave him a championship and a win over a legend in the business. So the plan's been going since then. Rion is very smart. He came to me. He told me something was wrong. Remember that whole thing he said about something's wrong and all this other stuff? He wasn't just talking about the idols, because the fall brawl after the idols won, so the fall brawl before your and my mom's tag match, that's when Saint started to form his own group after being appointed as general manager by the idols. So Rion saw all this coming. He was like, he pulled me aside like Rion does. Sir, we need to do something about this. So, and that was the thing we came up with, because then they're not going to see me as a threat. I try. Well, here, wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, that was, you always have to have a plan. Rion was the original idea, and I was the one that was like, I need to go and infiltrate the Undeniable and blow it up from the inside.
Deep undercover. You went deep Johnny Wishbone undercover.
Yeah. Okay. And it was painful.
Well,
because like I said, BOW didn't know. So when he got sent out there in February to whoop my ass, I had to take that. So, and those spoon shots to my ass in January did actually hurt. I don't know if there was some pent up anger or something over the past 28 years.
Bowl. You had me eating Thanksgiving dinner out of the dog bowl. I was kind of upset for everybody involved, but that's fine. Okay, so you got one. Well, go ahead.
I'm just in my head. Now you go back and you think about all the shots that were taking, the personal shots that were taken between him, Bill, and Shelly. And it's like, oh, okay, just throw it all out the window. But bravo, because
he used my words against me. He was sure to screenshot that chat we had and just fucking, there you go. Remember that, idiot? Appreciate that.
But I didn't want to treat you like an idiot. It was a funny moment because I deserved it. I did. I was a piece of shit.
But piece of shit with purpose.
Well, yes, yeah. So, but again, I hated that. I hated that gear. But I'm not. Somebody Gabagool asked me. He goes, "Are you going to get rid of it?" I'm like, "Well, no. It was $500. I'm not going to just get rid of it. That was $500 gear." No.
I mean, it looms large in your legend now.
Yeah.
So you got to keep it, and maybe you'll put it in the Smithsonian at some point. Rocket Pro is a changing. Some think for the better, some maybe not think for the better. There's a lot more backstage politics than I remember years ago when I got here. Obviously, you have just cemented the fact that there was a certain amount of manipulation on behalf of ownership to take down their enemies, which I get. Obviously you have to do what you have to do for the good of the business. So, I certainly don't fault you for that. But I remember coming here back at the first last ride match between Marche and Shogun. So Darkness Falls always means more to me than any other event, because that was my first experience with this company. That was my first show.
That was a great show too.
It always resonates with me that I got to debut in one of the coolest moments in Rocket Pro history because we will all remember that first last ride match forever. I believe Michael Myers was at that. I mean, there was a lot of things that
Yeah.
happened that have become really important canon in the Rocket Pro universe. And I remember, watching those first few months, being a part of the locker room going, this is great. Everybody's on the same page and, it's fun here. Everybody's pushing in the direction and it's good. And now it's changed. Now, it's not your fault that it's changed. I mean, things evolve, but is this good?
It depends on what you're noticing that's really changing.
Well, I mean, you've got new elements now at Rocket
Well,
Pro
yeah.
that some might say are unsavory. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I'm just going right at it. You've got Youth Gone Wild
Yep.
and the Scumbag Army.
Yep.
That's bad for business. Why do I say that's bad for business? Because everywhere they go, problems follow. Maybe I'm shooting, maybe I'm not, but I've been with them across the universes since 2015. And
Mhm.
I have seen them affect places, not always in the positive. And they seem to have developed quite a bit of power in the narrative that is Rocket Pro. And it all comes down to all the Nova Awards they won and that big spectacle match that they had with the Freebirds that
Mhm.
was supposed to happen elsewhere, but
Sure.
didn't because dot, 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 dot. So there's that. And obviously, there's the undeniable that's been running roughshod for several years. And
Yep.
then before that, even the idols. So instead of being, a harmonious unit like it was when I first got there, now it's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And now we have the sun and the air no more. We have the return of the under Orion, if you want to call it that. So I don't know. Should we be worried?
We're talking about the undeniable. I can personally say that is. I will make sure I will make it my. Um, I'm trying to use the right words here. It's it. It's my problem, and I will solve it. The undeniable will be solved. You have no idea how much I learned wanting to, bang my head on a wall, listening to these conversations, these clowns in the locker room. Now, I will give credit where credit is due. You know, Steve did take that championship and go other places, which is why I didn't understand. Like I said on the Love the Intoxicated podcast, I don't understand why Steve needed the undeniable because the undeniable wasn't in Alabama, the undeniable wasn't in Hawaii, the undeniable wasn't in Alaska. You know what I mean? And Damian Saint wasn't with him. He was just whooping ass, which he can do here. Why he needs the undeniable, no idea. Couldn't even figure it out when I was back there, to be honest with you. Schultz, he is fantastic in the ring. I just don't know why he's associating himself with them. Ryan is annoying, but he genuinely, when I was back there with them, there was a few times where he did make me laugh. He is a funny person. He's just a pain in my ass. And Devin and Skyler were wise enough to leave. Arsenal and Wade, I have nothing. The whole time I was there, they weren't there enough for me to even like say hello. Like I have no idea. I have no idea.
They
I have no
fit they
idea.
fit the mold perfectly because I've known them for a while and they're right where they need to be as far as questionable humans.
No, I'm not going to take anything away from for either one of them. I know that Wade's coming off a 6-year hiatus, at least 6 years. I'm not going to take anything away from Arsenal because I've seen his matches because he's up at frontline, right?
He is one of the most popular athletes in the state of Wisconsin.
He's great in the ring. I just don't know why. I mean, I guess if they wanted the tag team gold, I guess that's why they associated
Because
themselves with
everybody
Damian
wants to
Saints.
work at the park. Everybody wants to come see what's in the water in Joliet. I work a lot of places. Everybody's like, who do I talk to get there? And I always tell them, and I'm like, they write stories and they do things way off in the distance. They're obviously very, very busy at what they do, and a lot of people want to be there. So, but that's why. That's
Yeah.
why. Because I've got one of the most impressive superstars that is working in this business right now, wanting to come back after only experiencing one show and one match. And every time I see him, he's like, when do I get to go back? And I'm like, I don't know, Joey Jet Avalon. Your resume kind of speaks for itself. I hope they have you back. I'd love to call your match, but these are questions a commentator doesn't answer.
Right.
So that's why everybody wants to work here. Nick Diamond is going to be on the show this month. He works
I'm
and
supposed
is a
to not
large
like him, but I can't.
He is
You know why I'm smiling.
right. Santino, it's going to be the best night of Santino's life. Well, at least it's going to be the best night of his aunt's life.
Well, it's going to be the best night of our lives because we get to call it. So,
Yeah. Because Auntie's getting some that night because now Nick Diamond's in Joliet and he's close. Sorry, Santino. It's birds and the bees, man. Hope somebody had that conversation with you. Not the birds and the bees literally outside your house. There's a whole thing.
You're over his head now. You're over his head.
I'm over his head and perhaps his aunties as well. But here's the thing. We're gonna bring in a special guest to kind of join the conversation because I feel like, this conversation could go in strange directions. I told the people when we put the graphic out that we're going to have little surprises here and there. The Canadian militiaman, the gate master of the great state of Wisconsin, the one and only Skyler Reed is joining us live from wherever in Canada he might be.
Toronto.
Hello, Toronto. How are you?
Hello. How's it?
All right. Just sit back and relax for a minute because I'm still grilling the champ here. So, that's the reason why, people like Aaron Arsenal and everybody, because they see Rocket Pro Wrestling, they see the YouTube channel, they see Joe freaking Hendry show up and say, I love working here. I want to work here again. There's the momentum and the spectacle that is what we do. And the product that is put out is just on another level. So everybody wants to be a part of it. So that's why.
But it's not just that, Steve, and you're missing the biggest part. So if I can
sing Kumbaya, Red, we don't want it. We're not doing Kumbaya tonight, right?
If I can piggyback
the love in the building. Are you gonna go
No.
OJ's on me?
No. So to answer Maximus's question, I said, not Steve, because Steve is the asterisk king. He wants to put an asterisk by everybody goddamn name. I said for the longest,
it's warranted.
Michaels, if you look at his run for the longest, he didn't need the undeniable. He went out there and did what he did, and he put on hellified matches, right? And then all of a sudden, you started to notice it wasn't him, it was Saint calling out the undeniable to interfere. And it was like, okay, this shit's getting pretty tiresome.
Let's all point at Skyler Reed, who was undeniable for quite a while.
So there was that.
He figured it out.
I'm pretty much, I want to puke because Steve left out the worst of the worst. And that's the Caribbean Cartel. So why did they join? Because Saint's an asshole and they're assholes. That there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Right? Gustafio was Von Jaeger's best friend. Fuck them. Then all of a sudden, we get a ref. Don't nobody know who the fuck he is. And find out it's Rubik's Cube. It's like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is this dude? Like, really? So they join. Why? Because they're assholes. Like Saint. And I mean, it just birds of a feather.
So are all assholes going to become undeniable? Because does that mean the Youth Gone Wild are going to join?
Not in a million years.
Do you see Heisman's ego?
No.
Thank you. There you go. See,
Saint fell off the stage and Flywheel pointed and laughed at him, which I made sure was extra loud on the video, by the way. So I want to go back to Steve. You said something about something that what did you say? People want to know what's in the water. What did you say?
I said that's why people like Aaron Arsenal,
Yeah. Right.
they show up, they get here, and Nick Diamond, and
Yeah.
people are coming from other places that are big stars, but nobody in Joliet, they have to earn their stripes here because it's a different kind of wrestling.
Right. So I forgot what the water comment was because I had a really good thing, but so I'm going to say it anyway. If whatever they wanted, would you say a drink of RPW or something like that? But why do you have to take your sip through an undeniable straw?
That's fair.
That's my question. Because the man that just joined was undeniable and saw what they, by the way, I'm going to throw this little fun fact out there. Skyler and I have never been on the same side. When I was Maximus, he was in undeniable. As soon as I changed over, he left undeniable. So this is the first time we're actually on the same page here.
I don't think he left undeniable of his own accord. I think it was his fear of Michael Myers that fucked with his head, so he just had to kind of walk out the door because that was some truly paranoid shit.
What no shit. I'm sorry.
So
Am I
before we
good?
bring in
Am I good to
Skylar Reed,
answer?
I have
Yeah.
one final question for you, champ,
Yes.
directly.
Yes.
Obviously, you must have seen the episode where it was the first time Steve Michaels, after the loss, after losing
Yep.
his title,
Yep.
spoke about the situation.
Yep.
And the switch has been flipped and the bell has been rung. And I don't know when, I don't know how, could be anytime. He's coming. And I don't think he is going to be particularly easy to deal with when he comes. And when he comes, maybe he comes for Damian Saint in the undeniable, or maybe he comes for you. How do you
Possible.
handle the burden of looking over your shoulder, waiting for a man that has you in his crosshairs that is now full of rage and vengeance?
To be honest with you, Steve, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what mood he's in or what mood he's going to
Wasn't a
be in
good
based
one.
on, well, I no, I watched, but it was a lot of crying going on
Oh, yeah.
because as I explained on the Lovely Intoxicated podcast, it doesn't matter if I was the son in the air or me now. It doesn't matter. I had a contract. I signed it. An owner, my mother signed it. Saint signed it. That I get a championship match whenever I please for up to 1 year. We are still a month and a half out from that 1 year mark when I had cashed it in. Probably 2 months at that point. There was nothing wrong with what I did. I was not going to pull a John Cena and tell Steve a month out, hey, be ready for Darkness Falls because I'm back and I have this thing. We're going to have a full on match. No. You cash in when the opponent is at their weakest. That is what you do, especially when it's a monster like Steve Michaels. This is what you do. And the fact that he doesn't have to like it, but the fact that he's going to call it an injustice or some kind of conspiracy, no. It's called the contract. And if I was the son in the air in the white and BOW beat him and I came out and cashed in on BOW, he wouldn't be crying right now, would he? There'd be absolutely zero bitching going on because it would have worked for him. So how do I prepare for Steve Michaels? You don't. You can't prepare for a 6'9", gigantic 375-pound guy. You can't, unless you're Marche or BOW, you can't prepare for that. Like, if he comes to get me, he comes to get me, and I deal with it. And if he ends up challenging me for the title and I accept and he beats me, awesome. I'm not going to go cry about it. Because that's how it works. So
Yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna be something to see because again, you don't know when, you don't know
nope,
where, you don't know how
you don't.
long, but it's inevitable. Like death taxes, Michaels will come back to Rocket Pro, and there will be a pound of flesh.
And like you said, it may not even be at me.
It may not. It may not. There are
So
a lot of
Saint's got to watch
people.
his back too.
He was very clear that culpability for the situation there's plenty to spare. And he's got powerful people that he knows out in the world. So when he comes back, maybe he doesn't come back alone. You just don't know.
Right. That's true.
So be afraid, be very afraid. Speaking of Darkness Falls, we're very excited. Obviously, the second last ride match is happening, on Saturday. The first one was company defining. To me, that match kind of changed the trajectory of the company entirely because once that show happened, it's like every month something else, and it stacked greatness on top of greatness till here we are right now. So I just feel like that moment in time, that hitting him with that wrench, and just that whole thing that happened in that match between Marche and Shogun Chris Logan, uh, fueled the fire that has now lit the engines of Rocket Pro to take it to places. Joe Hendry has been here, for God's sake. God knows what happens next. It's a tough act to follow, and you and Schultz have some bad blood. Now, that's what made the Marche Logan match so good, is they had such bad blood. How do you top a seminal match in the history of the company? How do you prepare even for a last ride match?
Well, you watch the only other two besides the Shogun and Marche that on record have ever existed.
Right.
And for somebody like me who is not too much of an Undertaker fan,
Not at all.
No, not one bit.
You're much more of the American Badass fan.
So I did. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, especially now. Yeah, it's great. So I have already watched, both of them countless times. One against JBL, the other against Mr. Kennedy, and I think Schultz is the one that really needs to prepare for it. I don't think that. I mean, I have to prepare for Undeniable being there somehow, some way. Saint's going to be at ringside. I've already got that figured out. The actual match itself, I already know how Schultz works, and it's going to be very, very difficult to beat somebody that's as big of an Undertaker mark as I am at a match that's only been wrestled in by the Undertaker. It's going to be very difficult. So if anybody has more to prepare for Saturday, that would be Eric Schultz. So, I mean, yeah, there's nothing else I can really do. I know how Schultz works from being in the Undeniable, and that's it. There's nothing else for me to really do other than expect the Undeniable, which I've already been dealing with that for 2 years.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. It's going to be a hell of a thing because those matches, there's just something there's something uniquely October about the spectacle that is Darkness Falls. And when, we have casket matches and last ride matches, it certainly fits the vibe that Darkness Falls tends to go. Skyler Reed, Kings of the Sixth are reunited, and they're going after C-Red's favorite tag team, the Caribbean Cartel. Skyler Reed, thank you for joining us tonight. We didn't bill you as a guest because we weren't sure you were going to make it. It's always good to see you. I know Cactus Rack is disappointed she couldn't be here tonight because she loves you in life and thinks you are wondrous. How are you getting ready for the cartel, and how has it been now that you and Devin August are back on the same page?
I mean, okay, let's answer the second one first. I won't say we're like completely on the same page, but we're working. We're working on it.
At least
it was
you got
only
him out of that fucking Wolverine suit.
sort of. I mean, if you think about it, Wolverine is a
Graphic
Canadian,
notwithstanding.
and so it happens. Yeah, the being back together part is interesting. We were kind of on the same page. There was a couple hiccups. Our moves weren't as crisp. The tags weren't as crisp. But luckily, there was enough hatred on the other side of the ring that we had directed towards the Undeniable that it kind of almost worked. Yeah, it was tough. And then fighting these two, as Mr. Seared said, assholes which I kind of like that label. It's a good label for those guys. Um, yeah, I was listening to you guys put the undeniable together and talk, and I was sitting here going, man, wow, I I don't feel like I was an asshole when I was in the undeniable, but I get it now, right? When I was in the undeniable, it literally was that. It was a group of guys that felt like they weren't getting the fair shake. And at the time, I almost said Mr. Saint, but old habits, I guess. Damian Saint, he was in that same boat where he felt like he wasn't getting the fair shake. And I think that power ended up going to his head. So as we were going through the things, you look at it, the Kings of the Six still never got a fair shake. We were used to keep guys like Steve Michaels in power and Damian Saint in power. And when it would come to our time of, hey, do we get a tag team title shot like we were promised? Never happened, right? So then we finally get one. We're about, and I mean, here's the irony, we're about to beat the undeniable, and it still isn't a fair shake. So I saw the label. I talked to the powers that be, and it says no DQ on there. There are two guys that have literally since the beginning of Rocket Pro that have done some very terrible things to people. I've literally hung a man from near the ceiling with a chain and then threw him off a ladder onto a basically near concrete floor. I mean, it's a gymnasium floor, right? Two guys
Hardwood,
that you
man.
don't want
Hardwood
to,
indeed.
yeah, two guys you don't want to see in a no DQ match are Skyler Reed and Devin August.
Well, I'm upset that it should be a no DQ and losers get shaved match because oh my god, I am so tired. Like, what the fuck does Destafio think when he gets up and shaves? Like, does he literally just, you can brush your teeth without opening your eyes, but goddamn, shaving your face, like, bro, like it just looked like tic tac toe. Like,
And
It looks like
Rossi
one.
is
Of, it
even
looks like one of
worse.
those
Rossi's
kids
got
games
a
on a
face full
menu.
of pubic hair.
yeah, but then look at
Oh,
Rossi's
man.
hair. His head is full of pubic hair.
Yeah, it looks like he looks like just one giant ball sack with facial hair. It's really unsettling on commentary.
Do you think if
Gee.
if Skylar ends up knocking out DeSafio, we can get like a kid to like see if you can fucking make it all the way through his beard with a marker or some shit? See if there's like a finish line on the thing.
We can try.
Yeah.
I'll bring the marker. Shit.
Yeah, we don't like the
Gardner.
Caribbean Cartel, and
Yikes.
when you say that name, when you put that out there, the cartel has been around for a long time. I have had dealings with the cartel for years. As a matter of fact, their patriarch, Louis the Wrench, and I have a rivalry that goes back all the way to 2015. And at some point, I'm going to punch that dude in the face. Now, fortunately, he's not at Rocket Pro. His minions are, but he's still out there somewhere pulling the strings.
Now,
Why
correct
did
me if
they?
I'm wrong. Didn't they break up at Wrestle League though? Didn't Caribbean Cartel implode on itself?
They always implode for a moment and then somehow find their way home. That is their freaking calling card.
There you go, Skylar. Light that bomb one more time. Make them
Ooh.
implode
I
again.
mean, we got some things up our sleeves. Remember, they jumped us the first time. You never know what's coming.
But
It's going to
let
be a
me.
great show. I was reading the mat. Yeah, obviously we've been sharing for months now online of all the things that are happening. And the great promo from a guy that hasn't been to Rocket Pro. Seems very vested in making his name, making a statement. You've got returns. You got Nick Diamond coming back. You've got Jake Painter, the backbreaking artist, coming back. So you've got some people that have been around that are doing extraordinary things on all on many other shows, coming back at this epic contest. And you got Brooks Berna. We haven't seen a Coyote at Rocket Pro Wrestling in a minute, but Brooks Berna is returning. So that right there, that match is spun gold because you've got three very distinct personalities. How do you guys see a match like that going?
I'll let you guys answer that.
Come on,
No,
champ.
I want to hear Skyler's first. He's more experienced than I am.
I mean, I've wrestled most of those people. How do I think a match like this is going? There's always a new shiny toy that comes along, and a guy like Berna, I mean, I've thrown direct punches at his face, and Berna just keeps coming back over and over. I mean, he literally was like dead to the world. I mean, then they pull up the wood off the ring and all types of wildness, and
Lights
he's
out.
still just he just keeps coming back. So I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know if he wins or loses, but he's probably going to come back and fight you next week. So next month, next year, he's still going to be just showing up fighting people. So, I mean, honestly, I don't know how it's going to go because it's a triple threat, but Berna's never going to die.
That's a pretty safe assumption. It's probably what I was going to say too, because I wrestled him in that triple threat at Shamrock Showdown with him and Sam Knight. And I was not prepared for that as much as it was I wasn't really a bad guy at that point. I was undercover, but Sam Knight and Brooks Berna didn't know that, and I barely pulled that one off. So thank God. But Berna does not. Every time I would knock him down and I go for Sam Knight, next thing I know, he's hitting me in the back again, and I was like, what the fuck? He doesn't stop. This dude doesn't stop. So unless one of these other two, and Jake Painter's great. He's on TNA and all this other stuff, and he's doing great. Berna could just sneak up and 1, 2, 3, done. It doesn't matter.
Pause. I love that we got guys coming in from left and right, and that's all good and dandy. Rocket Pro is a different animal, right?
Right.
When you have the crowd that we have behind you, and trust me, they love Berna. Like,
yes,
they know
do.
what they're gonna get. He is a scrappy. They know exactly when that music hits and Berna comes out going nuts like he normally does. They're like, oh, we like this guy because he's, for lack of a better way to put it, he's kind of batshit crazy. So you can be on TNA, you can be on NWA, you can be anywhere. I mean, Joe Hendry came down here and he even found out that we got guys in Rocket Pro that can go. So, I mean, you know what? I'm putting my money on Berna. Can I do that?
I mean, we're not parlaying or anything, but you can put some money down. Red, what do you think?
You already know how me and Berna get down. Like, so I mean, I don't give a two shits who else is in the match. It's like me picking Marche. I'm always gonna pick Marche. Berna's in the match. I'm picking Berna, regardless.
I don't know if we should sleep on the new guy because his promo
I'm not saying we
fierce.
should, but I think Maximus and Skyler have said it best. It doesn't really need to be repeated. You can't kill him. We already figured that out. You just can't kill him. Can't get rid of him, right? And as we saw last month, people can sneak in and get a fucking win. Prince is still rolling in his fucking grave over this shit. But
whoa. You time out. You do not, don't you dare with my man Silky Smooth.
Hey, no, yes, I will with Silky. Yes, I will. First of all,
that guy is,
we only want to see him dancing in the purple rain.
Who the hell has ever come out to Win Dove's crap? That is not a picture. That's just me personally. But oh my God, he got his ass whooped pillar to post. Like, really?
But he but he won the match.
because he stole the pin.
It's fatal four-way. There's no rules, though.
I'm not saying he didn't do what he was supposed to do.
You have bet
How
more
many
than your fair
no-rule
share of
matches?
rolls, brother.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Look, we're not talking about what I've done. Don't worry about what I've done. We're not talking about that.
I mean, you're talking from sabbatical at this point, right?
Hey, and on top of that,
don't worry about it.
I have wrestled 4 different people that have come out to Prince songs. So just saying.
I've come out to Prince. I've come out to Let's Go Crazy. To me, that's the best fucking interest right there.
You strike me as more of an Alphabet Street kind of walk out to the ring.
Oh, fuck no. I'm coming out to Let's Go Crazy.
But you're definitely more of an Alphabet Street guy because, we need a little help with the spelling.
No, because then if I really want to come out to Prince, we can't play that song because it's X-rated. So anyway, just he ain't my cup of tea. He just, oh my God. And again, whether you like him, I don't. And I know Prince is rolling over in his grave, regardless.
Prince isn't dead. He just went home.
Do you see the head full of hair
that they had? Yes, I saw the hair. Oh my God, really? All he needed was a crackhead Apollonia to come out with him.
Wait, he's the smoothest.
Well, it is Darkness Falls.
The highest, the flyest, dogs, cats, roaches, all that stuff.
You cannot, Skyler, as much as I love you, you cannot sell me on this. Next match.
What's a better Prince song for her to come out to then?
Dude, he could have came out to nothing and it'd have been better.
Well, controversy maybe?
That'll work, but I'm just saying.
We'll find one.
But he's a Purple Rain of Pain. This man has a ton of nicknames.
We'll see. How about this? If the nicknames get him.
Okay.
I bet he could never take the place of your man.
I'll give you a secret.
Nobody likes Sign of the Times. What the fuck? Great album and film. I'm talking to amateurs here.
Oh, and I want to hear Skyler's secret.
Go ahead, Skyler. What's your secret?
I may have helped train Mr. Silky, so I'm a little biased.
You trained him and red shitting all over him.
No, I would never.
He trained him. That don't take him, but I guarantee you, he didn't say, "You're the next Prince." I guarantee you, Skyler did not say that.
Kind of.
Moving on. Rion has changed graphics, so he is done with this conversation.
Wait, is Rion
I think Rion's got a message here. Steve, shut up and move on. Okay, we're moving on. The rock star Johnny Nye takes on the returning. Nobody outshines Nick Diamond. First of all, the only winner in the building that night is Santino's aunt because she's getting the bonus plan.
I agree.
That's horrible.
Just hope she wears a raincoat. But that's neither here nor there.
Jesus Christ.
That's true.
Johnny Nye deserves an opponent like this because he has been searching for something for a minute, and this is a great opportunity against a great dance partner. Nick Diamond is really someone that has been on the rise of late. Going to be a great matchup. Who do you think comes out on top? Can Nick Diamond show up at Rocket Pro and cement a spot by defeating one of the favorite Rocket Pro superstars at his own game? What are we thinking across the board about this match? Other than it's a really bad night for Santino.
I'll start.
We're about to go back to Prince with 24 positions in a one-night stand, but that again, that's a whole horse of another color.
We can do that all night. Johnny needs this win. We got to remember Johnny walked to the ring ready to walk away, focus on his music career. And Nuke said, you want competition, I'm gonna give you competition. Hell, we had no idea that he was going out for Nick Diamond. And we talked in length, Steve. Uh, the transformation from Mikey Balls to Nick Diamond, which
Mhm.
both of them were against me. Uh,
Man, why is it always about you? You
I
take
know,
every situation as
I
about
know
you.
you ain't talking. I know you ain't talking. Anyway, so Nick has transformed himself into a top tier superstar everywhere he goes. He is coming in to Darkness Falls with a huge chip to prove that he can beat the Rockstar. If I've got to pick one, I'm going to go with Johnny based on the fact that Johnny said he won a competition. He felt like he wasn't getting competition. Now he knows he's got competition, and he's going to show everybody at the park why he is the rock star.
Okay, that's a pretty impressive statement. Champ, what do you think? Since it's your world and we just live here. I think our champion is conducting some business. Skyler, what do you say?
Yeah, I got you. Um, I mean, just looking at this, so I like what C Red said. You know, I get where he's coming from, but someone to say they want competition and they've been kind of floating since they left their group. And I know something about leaving groups, so I've been in the same boat. Um, you're you're almost putting yourself on this pedestal that's going to be easily knocked down because a lot of people are going to be coming for that spot. And now that you're just kind of in the waters floating and you don't have a boat to get on, Nick Diamond just happens to be that guy that's going to be like, "Hey, I'm bringing a cruise ship and I'm going to run you over while you're in the water." And yeah, I'm probably going to pick Nick Diamond on this one.
The champ looks bored.
No,
Are you
I'm not bored.
bored,
I was
Maximus
answering. No, no, no.
Orion?
I was answering Travis because we've been going back and forth all day about his thing, and I got the alert on my phone that he responded to what I said, so I had to go on there
Are you
and
talking about Travis T,
yeah,
the top rated commentator at Rocket Pro Wrestling?
Wait, what?
top rated.
Hold timeout. Don't do that.
I've
Dominic
heard people
Rocket.
say
What do
he's
you
the best
mean,
of the
bro?
best.
No, that's Marche's kid that
Right.
you're talking about, sir.
But when Marche's kid's not there, it's Travis T.
No, it's Tony Gabagool, 100%.
Well, we love Gabagool. We love Gabagool. All right, just making sure.
No,
You know, we
no.
like to talk about
Killing you,
Travis
Smalls.
because Travis doesn't watch this show unless we talk about Travis. So,
Well, there you go. See, now he'll watch this episode.
Oh,
well, he'll watch at least a little bit. He'll want to know what minute. So, I want to say we're probably at about an hour into it, Travis. So, go ahead and find out.
That's awesome.
Who do you think wins this match? Do you think Nick Diamond comes to your house and knocks out one of your most popular superstars, or do you think Johnny Knight steps up?
Johnny Nye's able to step up when he wants to. I've seen countless times. I mean, just look at the war that him and Joey fought against Bowman and Gray. I mean, that was not an easy win either. But they stepped up and did that, and Joey usually takes more of a manager role. So that was mostly Joey did what he needed to do, but that was mostly Johnny. I mean, he was chained together with what? Gray? He's put him through a door and all this other stuff. So, as somebody that has been in the ring with Johnny and all this other, being his tag team partner and some stuff and going out there and fighting idols with him and all this other things, it's very, very difficult to count Johnny out. Now with Diamond, he's been now. I know it doesn't matter because it matters who is better in the ring. But Diamond has been bulking up a lot. I mean, if you watch his posts, he constantly posts, here's where I was last year, here's where I am now, and all this other stuff. And he just seems to be like Johnny is at this point where he was like ready to retire. Diamond's still down here going up. So it's very tough. I want to say that Johnny's got it, but I can't in good conscience count Nick Diamond out, especially after all the ass kicking work he's been putting into his career and his lifestyle. It's very difficult. I'm still gonna say Johnny is gonna be able to pull through, but that doesn't mean it's not gonna be a very, very difficult win for him to pull off. I mean, it may just be right at the end, 1, 2, 3, something catastrophic, because if you're going to ask me if Johnny's going to be in control of this match, probably not. But can Johnny pull through and come out with a victory? I believe that he can.
The only question to me is Nick Diamond going to make out with Santino Zan during the match or after the match? That's my only question. Moving on to the next one.
Considering he doesn't let her in the building.
Taking on my good buddy, Shaquille Jordan.
Oh, jeez.
Very interesting matchup. How did we know how this came about? Why Darkness Falls?
You mean why was this match booked for Darkness Falls
Why
instead
now?
of Fall Brawl immediately?
Why now that obviously Shaq is coming off a suspension or whatever
Right.
disciplinary action he has?
Yep.
Why is Maya Cross his first opponent post suspension, post concussing me?
Well, this not only stems from her being friends with my mother and coming to her defense when I unfortunately at that time could not go out there and do anything about it without blowing cover in May. She jumped the guardrail. She went to her defense and scared Stone and Shaq off. Now, part of it is probably stemming from the fact that she already has issues with Stone because of that match at IPW.
Right.
It was a very good match. Stone, came out on top on that one, but barely. Because from what I saw, she was kind of taking him to the cleaners a bit, at least for part of it. And now that they're both, at the same time, Stone is not eligible for the Rocket to the Top qualifying match because he currently holds a high-end championship. That would be like putting the WWE champion in the Money in the Bank ladder match and letting them win the Money in the Bank. You can't do that. So, they were talking shit, and that's how the match kind of came about, was if that's what they want, then not only are we going to put you two together so that she can whoop your ass, but now it's going to be for a qualifying spot for the Rocket to the Top briefcase. So, I mean, they can thank their mouths and their actions for this one. Because not only what they did to my mom back in May, but they continuously run their mouths online. So they have themselves to blame for this one. So I hope they're happy because personally, never had a one-on-one match with Shaq, but she picked me up in January and threw me around like a rag doll. I know her strength. And if he's going to be the cocky SOB that he is going to lose because he's going to, I'm just fighting a girl. No, sir. No, you're not. No, you're not. I don't know what you're fighting, but you ain't fighting a girl. I can tell you that much right now. So if he takes her for granted for 1 second, it's over. So.
Red, it's your nephew versus your niece. Little conflicted?
Oh, hell no. Ain't no conflict of interest in this one. Maximus pretty much explained the backstory. But I think he hit it dead on the head. Shaq is so fucking cocky. he's not going to look at her as a equal. He's going, as Maximus said, he's going to look at her as a girl. And everybody that's on here knows, first of all, she's not a girl. She is a full-blown woman. Second of all, she is a woman that can whoop your ass. And I think Shaq is going to be, that's why he got the fucking glasses on. Because he's so blinded by his cockiness, right? That he's going to just, okay, just 2-3 minutes, go in here, throw her around a little bit, and then I'm just going to hit her and then pin her ass, and then we done, and we go home. Now, this is an all night, she's going to whoop your ass till she get tired. And if he's smart, he will talk to Aaron Stone about the ass whooping he got. But he won't, because I guarantee he's going to walk in there Saturday. I got this. I got this. Let's be honest, right? We've all saw his recent posts, right? He is on top of the fucking world, as should be. But he's going to be cocky enough to believe that what took place last weekend is going to roll over on this weekend. And guess what? She's going to beat his ass. She's going to pin him 1, 2, 3. And she's going to qualify for the rocket to the top.
Strong opinion. What about you, Mr. Reed? Do you think Shaq is going to take the match, or do you think Maya Cross is going to get the upset?
I can't believe I'm the voice of reason. This is weird. So I hear you guys talking about, the difference in power and this and that. And there's one thing you guys are leaving out, and that's experience. So, Mr. Steve, I don't want to make fun, but you were in there with that cocky SOB that you guys are talking about, right? He goes to another level when you start to one-up him, correct? So
there's no question about it.
Her showing up with muscles and all that, Shaq has seen all that before. Now, the problem is on the other side.
Not for me.
Well, hey, you got some superhero Captain America in you, but
not enough.
Maya, she's only been doing this a very short amount of time. She's only got, so many matches under her belt. Shaq has seen everything from every which way. Yeah, he might come in there being cocky, but as soon as she starts to show him up, Shaq will go to another level. Now, Maya might be able to get to a couple levels with him, but Shaq can go pretty high up. We don't know how far Maya can get up on that mountain, and in this case, up that ladder, pun intended, to get to that rocket to the top. So you got to give it to Shaq just on experience alone.
Shaq Jordan is one of the best I have ever seen, and Maya Cross, strength of Zeus, has no answer for the generational treasure. I don't think it's close. I think Shaq wins it, and I think Shaq wins it going away. Next up, since we're talking about Aaron Stone, he will be fighting one half of what a bad night for Santino. Just a really, really tough night for our good buddy Joey Blues taking on Aaron Stone. Now, I love Joey Blues. We loved we love the tag team. He and Brian, one of the most popular tag teams to ever inhabit St. Joe's Park, or the park as we call it now. Here's the thing, though. Joey Blues, as entertaining and charismatic as he is, and as accomplished a tag team wrestler as he has been, is not going to have any answer for the Dream Breaker. Much like Maya's not going to have an answer for Shaq. To me, Joey Blues has no answer for Aaron Stone. So at that point, when you put them head to head and you look at their accomplishments and what they do, I love Joey Blues. I would love to vote with my heart but my head says, and had my ass kicked by Aaron Stone too. Aaron Stone is one of the hardest strikers I've ever seen. Aaron Stone wins that match in a walk. Red, what about you?
Oh, Steve, don't make it all about you. Please don't make it all about you.
He hit me pretty hard. That's all I'm saying.
Everybody hits you hard. That's
Well,
regardless.
that's fair.
Um, even though it's all about you, uh, I will agree with you. Uh, but Joey is a scrapper. But as much as I love Joey and I love for Fat Johnny's, um, Stone is something about Stone, and I don't know if
He's
like
different, man.
right. I don't know what's going on. So I don't know if anybody really cared or paid attention last month, but there were a few times where he just stood there and eye shot to make sure we saw him. And the whole time he just looked at Steve. And I don't know if it's like you shitted on me for so long. Watch what I do. Like that's the vibe I got from the look he kept giving Steve. And every month he has proven, look what I will do. So as much as I love Joey, I am going to go with Aaron Stone.
Mr. Champion, what about you?
My answer is gonna be exactly the same as Red's, honestly, like to a T. So I fought Stone for the RPW championship a year and a half ago at Resolution. I fought my friend at Resolution for the RPW championship. I have no idea who the hell's in that ring now. Ever since that chair shot to Steve, I have no idea who that is. Because that's not the typical Aaron Stone. Everybody's like, well, IPW Aaron Stone, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no. I've seen clips of that. No. This is way different. This is way different. Because the last time he was like that, IPW Aaron Stone, whatever, he didn't have the experience he has now. So now I have no clue. I have no idea who he is. So I'm going to have to go with that guy because I have no idea who he is at this point. He's that dangerous now. I've never seen somebody, like you said, do a move, stop, and look at commentary or look at whatever for this. Look what I'm able to do. It's almost like a "you made me do this" kind of look as well. When he looks over at Steve and the rest of you guys, it's almost "you made me do this. Watch this. How? You made me do this." So he's trying to show you guys something. So I don't know if he's trying to prove it to himself or to you guys that he could be that mean and tough. I have no idea. But I'm going with, I love Joey too, but I'm going with Aaron Stone.
I think someone's in Stone's ear. The question is who? Skyler Reed, what do you say?
So I love that you guys make up these little stories for Stone and Shaq Jordan and guys like that. So I don't like either one of these people in this match. I'll be straightforward and honest. I've had to fight both of them many a times. I think I had Stone's first match at Rocket Pro, if I remember that correctly, but literally fought the No Coast guys over and over for a long time in like triple threats and all types of nonsense. And we talk about the people that they are now. Most people don't change. Everyone else around you just starts to see who you actually are. We talked about No Coast. No Coast was the exact same people once they became that what was it? Evil No Coast.
Oh, when they kidnapped Chet Gunderson? Yeah.
They had that chip on their shoulder originally. We felt it when we were in the ring, but because the crowd kept being behind them, they could mask who they really were. And that's exactly what Aaron Stone is. As long as you're on his side and you're cheering and you're blowing his head up, Stone's your best friend. As soon as guys started to peel those layers back, then it started to irk him. You could see in the back, he's walking around like, oh, why aren't you guys paying attention to me? Why are you, I'm the champ. Look at me. And then when you didn't look at him, there were guys like Maximus and the Kings of the Six and things happening in the undeniable and Steve Michaels and all these other cool and fun things. And there was no more spotlight on the former champ, Aaron Stone. And it just finally got to him. And then again, apologies to you, Steve, but you're the one that took the blow. And that's exactly what Shaq Jordan was. So it kind of makes sense that they're on the same path.
Yeah, there's got to be a puppet master. They're good, but there's got to be something coordinating what they're doing. I guess time will tell on that one. Another match that's very interesting is Damian Gray and Kid Lat. Another title match happening at Darkness Falls. There's nothing I can say good about Damian Gray, so I'm not even going to try. What he has done to Kid Lat, it was horrible and it was completely unneeded. So, I hope Kid has an answer. Oh, go ahead, Mr. Orion.
I
If you please.
really hate to say this. There actually is a reason. Now, Lat's one of my good buddies, but I know the reason. This actually took place at the last pizza ranch that we did. I believe was in July. And you know how a certain somebody, yeah, you know how a certain Lat wasn't there. You know how a certain somebody keeps claiming that Kid Lat is their best friend? You know who that is by chance, Steve?
Who's claiming that Kid Lat is their best friend?
Yeah, may or may not indirectly be related to Nick Diamond.
Oh, okay. All right.
Somebody call this man Nick Diamond's nephew.
Okay.
Nick Diamond's nephew, Steve.
I might actually walk away.
It's way over his head at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Okay. Who?
Yeah, I'm old.
Nick Diamond.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. His nephew.
Oh, Santino.
There you go.
It just took 5 hours.
Steve.
Even Skyler, I think Skyler got it before I was even done with the first
I'm
sentence.
just trying to make it not about me.
Yeah, okay, PX. Cool. So
Did you just call me PX?
Oh,
Fuck you. Fuck you.
See, I was gonna leave like 10 minutes ago, but I'm glad I stayed for that right there.
That was pretty good.
Sorry, PX. I didn't mean to do that to your name. Anyway,
wow. But you meant to do it to mine, so thank you for that again.
Oh, it's good to be back. Anyways, so
like
listen, yeah, right. Well, that's how Italians are. Anyway, so at the pizza ranch, somebody may or may not have kept aggravating Damian Gray, saying, you better not go after Kid Lat. He is my best friend. And as Gray was leaving, said, you know what? That's a great idea. I never even thought about Kid Lat. Bye, Santino, and walks out. So maybe that attack wouldn't have happened
if Santino had shut his mouth.
That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
He said, thank you for that idea. I never even thought about Lat.
That's actually a better than average Damian Gray impression right there. You had that inflection, Gray. I don't think that I missed that.
I try. I have to.
You were Danny Zuko from Greece for like 38 seconds.
You guys know me. I do voices. I can't impersonate somebody and not try to do their voice.
I want to hear the C-Red impersonation.
Wow. Oh.
Nailed it.
Or when somebody's about to come out that he doesn't like and you just get the on commentary. That's my favorite.
We call that the Uncle Drip Drip.
Yeah, no, that's good. But yeah, so that's why he did that. Not saying it's right. I think it's horrible and I should punch him for attacking my friend like that. But Lat wants to handle his own business, but that is the backstory to why he did that.
It's gonna
initially.
be a hell of a
Wait,
match.
It is.
wait. I know we're like making everything about ourselves, so I'm gonna try this for a second, Steve. So all you're saying is I had to go eat pizza and fight a guy from the crowd, and then I could get a title shot?
No, you also have to be a coward and attack somebody from behind with a bat.
Oh,
And then that person has to go to
we usually
management
beat people up.
to their face. Well, that's
Okay.
why you don't get it.
Okay.
You see what I mean? Nobody complains about you and puts their title on the line. You got to get people to do that.
Right. That's true.
You'd have to go back
I
to your
mean, even when
undeniable
we were
ways,
bad
Skyler.
guys,
No, you didn't
we
do that.
even
I will
beat up
give you
people.
that. You didn't do that.
We tried to beat up
You didn't do it.
people
That was Devin
Oh,
that hit me
man.
in the face with the cane in that tag team match. It was not you.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a little funny though. It was a little bit.
No, it was good. You did good. It was good.
Sorry.
The last
It
match
was.
we're going to
I
talk
would
about
watch it.
tonight is JVJ, the Mr. Von Jaeger taking on the what can we say about Sean Danger that hasn't been said? Sean Danger playing with house money because after C Red's beating, the kid should have probably been dead. So Sean Danger is
the hell?
alive just by pure will and chance, taking on Joseph Von Jaeger. One
Hey,
half
whoa,
Winston
whoa.
beer
Yeah, I'm
versus
confused on this too.
the suburban
Time
German.
out.
What do we think?
You're gonna put this drunk man, if he wins this match, you're gonna put a drunk on a ladder?
He's got his whole Popeye spinach effect when he takes a drink, so I don't know what he can do.
There's no way he makes it up a ladder. Okay,
It would
nope.
be entertaining though,
Hey.
wouldn't it?
First, you know what? I'm going all in on Sean Danger so I can see him try to go up a ladder. I'm in.
There better not be not one spider on that ladder.
That was
I think
solid.
it is the era of Sean Danger. He has come from being a party joke to being in a match of great importance and one half of the most popular tag team. And I say this with all due respect, Skyler, because you know how I feel about the Kings of the Six. But right now, there's no more popular tag team in Rocket Pro than Pizza and Beer. So Sean Danger is no longer a punchline. Sean Danger is legit and for real. And if JVJ takes the night off, like we said Shaq was going to do against Maya, then I think Sean Danger will be drunk trying to get up the ladder at some point. Red, what say you about the man you killed or almost killed?
No, I took him out for at least 10 minutes. So man, how can you not be on the pizza and beer train? If anything, Rocket Pro has taught me is Danger doesn't die. He doesn't go away. And I think this match, as long as he doesn't lay down like he did last month, he'll be fine.
So good.
I think I know Jaeger wants this shot. I know it. But I also know Danger wants to prove himself, not only to himself, not only to the fans, not only to the office. And I know this is going to sound so fucked up. He wants to prove himself to his daddy.
Are you
And-
talking about like his real father? Or are you talking about Turtle?
Turtle.
I'm talking about Turtle.
Oh, Daddy Turtle. Got it.
Hold on, wait, real quick. Steve, does this not every time he's talking, does it not Sean Danger? Every time he says that, does that not remind you of Smokey and the Bandit? Daddy, my hat blew off. Every time.
They are very much
Every time.
Buford, T Justice, and Son. I think that should be a thing.
Yeah.
In fact, we will make it a point on commentary to talk about that.
My
Although,
hat blew
Red,
off,
if I
Daddy.
remember correctly, you said for the first time on commentary that you did not like pizza and beer.
Well, that's because we didn't get no goddamn
because
pizza
we
and
didn't get
beer.
pizza and beer this time.
Do you know how? First of all, and I'm just putting this
That's
out
when
there
they're in a match.
First of all, again, nobody told commentary any asterisks or anything about we don't get pizza and beer. So
We got the street corn.
You got
That was
street
enough.
corn, though.
Hold on. Right. We had the street corn. I went through that street corn so goddamn, which it was delicious, but I went through it so quick.
Yeah, he
because
snorted
was
it.
like, bring on the pizza and beer, baby.
If you listen to that match, all of a sudden at one point you'll just hear, and he ate the whole. He almost took the cup with him.
So I'm sitting there when they don't come out and ain't a pizza or a cup of beer or nothing.
They take such good care of you, Red. You get your own pot of coffee, and you're bitching about no pizza and no beer.
Don't get mad, Steve, because I get
you don't give him brownies this time. We want to talk about the Maximus Orion magic brownies, which I think are think you can't give those to kids because I think
they're graveyard brownies, Steve.
What they are?
Graveyard brownies.
Graveyard brownies. That's right. So
there's M&Ms and shit.
What's in them?
There's it's like M&Ms, like Halloween M&Ms, Halloween sprinkles, and the orange Halloween Oreos, I think.
Come on.
Just shoot
I hear that Aaron Stone's making them. Come on. What else is in the graveyard brownies?
Oh my God.
Got him.
Coming to Rocket Pro on Saturday. Graveyard brownies. Oh!
This guy. Did Tom Heisman on commentary rub off on you? What the hell?
No,
yeah, it did.
Have that bitch come back to commentary one more
I
time and talk shit.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, me too. After I'm gone, bring him in all you want. Just don't bring him back until
just fuck me, huh?
Well, you can handle him. He's probably your nephew.
No.
White people can be your nephew too, Red.
Yeah, he has PX and Gabagool in him. He knows.
Right. You see who I hang with?
That's fair. poor Skyler Reed. You just want some of those Aaron Stone brownies, don't you?
Probably
Absolutely
after this conversation.
Not. I don't do any of that Aaron Stone brownie stuff. No.
Not me neither.
Don't worry, it's mine. It's got Oreos and M&Ms in it. You're fine.
I'm not gonna eat those either.
You're very hard to please. Well, you Canadians are often hard to please.
What do you want?
That's true.
What did you say?
I said heel at heart.
Oh.
What do you think of Sean Danger, Mr. Skyler Reed?
I was very disrespected when you said most popular tag team, but I digress.
Sorry.
Wait, if I came out with beer, which I don't drink beer, and pizza, I would be popular too.
I mean, you'd have to come out with like some Meisterbrow or something. What was the? No, it's Labatt Blue. If you bring us Labatt Blue, you'll be our favorite tag team.
I mean, I don't drink, so it doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, but you don't have to drink to buy it. You can go get it and bring it to me.
Who the hell's all right? That was Rion, wasn't it? Did he put that picture up there?
Yes, yeah.
I wasn't. First off, wasn't even Rion. I felt like me and Rion were a pretty popular tag team. We were a very odd couple, but we were this close on being a tag team champ. First off, we weren't even nominated for a tag team.
You blame the fans for that shit.
Yeah,
I want everybody to know those are full. I want everybody to know the Novas are full legit. The nominations we get is why every category is not equal. That's why it's not 7. It's some of them are 6, some are 5, some are 4, some are 7. It's what they put in there. If
some jackoffs put their own names in there, I watched them do it. But I'm not. I'm neither here nor there. I like people. Well, no, I don't. I really don't like people, but it's fine. We're asking about the match.
Brock Lesnar on Stone Cold.
We're you see that Rion face? That's the same face I make all the time. But we're talking about the match. Yep. One guy has had a championship that actually is real. The other one had a made-up drinking championship. I mean, I don't know. I'm putting all my money, like I said, in the middle so I can watch him get up a ladder.
Makes sense. Maximus Orion, what's next for the Rocket Pro Avengers? As they were seen holding their hands high.
Avengers? What?
The thing. Oh yeah, you were gone by then, weren't you?
Yeah, at the end, the
Yeah, I have
Rocket
more
Pro
important
Avengers
things to
came
do.
and saved the day. They saved New York.
I don't know if
Oh,
Rian's got
good
that picture
Lord.
on his phone or not.
But you
No,
got
it
to watch
was
out for the
no.
Sokovia
It's what
Accord.
happened after
The
I cashed
Sokovia
in.
Accords suck.
It's we had it was my mom, Jaeger, Turtle, and Rion. Those four men went around the ring after the BOW match was over and took out the undeniable, which allowed me to come down to an undeniable-less ringside and cash in on Steve. And then afterward, because the plan was revealed, there you go. The plan was revealed that we had this going the whole time. I wasn't really bad, blah, 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 blah. That was the whole thing. And then at the end of the show, I put the title in the center of the ring, and then all of us lifted our hands up together. And they were calling it the RPW Avengers.
Basically, the Age of Ultron.
Pause. Wait, pause.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that my man Pizza's out there with Von Jaeger, and they're yucking it up. And now Von Jaeger's going to go beat up Beer Man.
No, it's just a regular, friendly, qualifying match. I mean, Turtle will be out there.
You've been in there. It's not very friendly when you're out there and you're going for a championship. Mr. C-Red just told us. Danger sees a lot in Pizza Man. So if he fails, now Pizza's got a better friend right there in that picture.
I don't know, because nothing about Jaeger screams food to me. So,
but you got to wash the pizza down with something. Why not a Jaeger bomb?
Jaeger. That's the beer part. That's the beer part. That's the alcohol part of
when
the
you're
pizza
tired
guy.
of beer, you get a Jaeger bomb.
Well, to be fair, they were that whole team. It was Von Jaeger, Turtle, Danger, and oh my God, Diesel Tracks. And they all came out with pizza and beer and passed it out to everybody. So, I don't know. Could just be friends having a match. Again, when the bell rings, you're right. It doesn't matter. But I don't think that Sean Danger or Von Jaeger are going into this like, I need to kill this other guy, and I hate him to get this spot.
How else do you win?
I don't. To hate people? I don't need to hate anybody to win a match.
No, I didn't say you have to hate him. You just have to kill the other guy.
I don't think you have to kill him.
You're the champ. Remember that.
Oh, I know.
Everyone's coming for you.
Well, yeah, I know. I have to deal with Schultz.
Coming in there to shake hands and
never. That's not what I said. Doesn't mean these guys won't try their best once the bell rings. I just said there's no bad intentions behind either one of these guys going into this match. They're not going in there being. They're not thinking I'm going to put Sean Danger in the hospital to win this match, and Sean Danger's not thinking. So it's just you can have two people like this go for a qualifier. Who do I think is going to win? I fought Von Jaeger, so I'm going to go with Von Jaeger. Doesn't mean Sean doesn't have a chance. I mean, look at what he did against Damian Gray in that IPW main event. So, but I don't think that there's going to be any issues that come of it. Jesus H.
Wow, that
it was just a quick zoom in like
that. That was very abrupt. Here's something that to think about. Obviously, the Undeniable has been running roughshod over Rocket Pro for a while now. Are the RPW Avengers the new Undeniable?
No. It was for this moment. And this moment, we don't need to be on a power trip putting ourselves in matches. The only reason I inserted myself there is because I had a contract to do so. It's not like I went out there and was like, oh, this is a title match, go.
What is your role in Rocket Pro right now?
Yeah, I was going to say, Mr. Maximus, now you're sounding a little Damian.
Oh, I have no ownership anymore. We signed that over before the me versus my mom match was announced.
That's true.
That was signed over. That was signed over with the lawyer, and I will not take
But
any of my ownership
but you're
back.
still in the
Still what?
you're still in the family though. I
Yeah,
think
I'm in
me
the
and
family,
Steve
but
are
they're not.
sitting on the same page here.
How? But I had a contract to have
Hmm.
that match. Doesn't matter that my mom is the owner or any of that. I had that contract. I won that in November.
Fair and square. I mean,
She
and
signed
you're
it.
right. You quitting apparently did
I
not
didn't quit.
notify.
I didn't hand in a notice to anybody that has any ownership power. I didn't hand in
You
a
didn't
pink
quit.
Oh,
Did I hear that wrong?
that I didn't
When
legally
you
quit.
there's a verbal
when you
agreement
handed
of
Nuke the
quitting though.
case.
If Nuke knows I'm not actually quitting, it's empty words.
Right.
So there
Okay, I
was
see what you're saying. Because Nuke was in on
Nuke
the
and my
plan.
mother. Well, here's the thing. Nuke doesn't have any ownership. Never did.
I'm just talking about the moment where you handed the briefcase and say,
Right,
I
but
quit.
even if I
It
hand it
was
to
all
Nuke,
part
it
of the
doesn't.
plan.
Right, exactly. But even if I handed it to Nuke, and I meant it, it doesn't matter because he doesn't have the power to accept my resignation.
Still a
He's
binding
not an
contract.
owner. You would still. My contract wasn't up. None of that other stuff. It was just acting to make Saint believe that Maximus Orion, the wrestler, was gone, and the threat of the briefcase. Well, I mean, it was still looming somewhere with Nuke, but he didn't think anything was going to come of it because of me.
It was subterfuge in the name of restoring the good name of Rocket Pro.
Yes, and I still have no ownership. I know Travis says it's not important that people, oh, well, the owner can't put the title on himself. Well, he goes, well, yeah, you can, and people should not care. I feel that that's not an acceptable thing to do. To have this championship and have ownership of a company. So right now, Maximus Orion has no ownership of Rocket Pro. None. We signed that over
And he
in November.
cashed in the briefcase that he won fair and square.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That is it. I did like if I ever lose this title, like look, I don't want this title. This title is not in the hands of the undeniable now.
Yes.
I will defend it and I will do my best with it. But if I lose it, I don't really need to get back in that line to get it back. I'm not like that. I want other guys to have that opportunity that are not me. And when it, go for it. I'm going to do the best I can. I'm going to defend it the best that I can. But when I lose, and I'm going to say when, because even Steve Michaels, Mr. 500 something days, lost. Probably would have lost sooner if it wasn't for the undeniable. I will not cry about it. I will move on, and Maximus Orion will move on to something else. I am entitled to a rematch if and when I lose it, and if I still do not get it back, move on. I don't need it. I have it. It's out of the hands of the undeniable. I would do my best with it. That's it.
That's fair.
So what if Schultz beats you, right? And it's back in the hands of the undeniable, then what? Do you
That is
make
a
up some ploy to get it back?
There is a very, we do, but there is a very, very slim chance that Schultz wins this match.
You guys
Very
do have
slim
another
chance?
plan?
Yeah, there's always a slim chance. You can't just go places saying, I'm going to win, because you see what happens when you say that. You end up eating your own words. And I am not going to do that. You can't make a statement like that and just be like, that creates such a huge ego when you just say, I'm not gonna. There's always a chance. Now, do I think I'm going to go get in a car accident tomorrow? No. Is there a chance? There's always a fucking chance that something terrible is going to happen.
Yeah, we're not putting that out in the universe. That's crazy. That's no.
I think we got under his skin, Steve.
Well, there's a lot of similarities here.
Nobody's under my skin. I'm just saying you can't say it's not going to happen.
Sure, you're right. I see what you're saying, and you're making your point. Your point is clear.
That's all I'm saying.
Now, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
100%. I understand.
I've been on both sides of this ball game, but you keep talking about all these secret plans, and you had a whole secret plan for an entire year. I mean, good guys don't hold secrets and do things in the dark. They usually do them out front. What say you?
So you mean so they do them out front, meaning so in any Avengers movie, they went on the news and told the bad guys exactly what they were going to do, and they informed absolutely everybody and just guaranteed that they could trust everybody. They were just like, "Hey, want to hear my plan?" No, you keep it to your circle, because I'm pretty sure all these meetings in any of these superhero movies that the good guys were having were in an enclosed area that was secure, so that it didn't get
But
out.
they were reacting to what bad
I
guys were
am.
doing. It
This is
sounds
I
like
am
you have a
reacting.
secret. Wait, you sound like you have a secret plan. Even if you win, you still have your secret
No,
plan.
if I win.
But either win or lose. Because I asked
Well,
you if you
how
lose,
is
do
there
you
a
have a
secret
plan?
plan if I win? What
Wait,
alluded
wait.
to the fact that I have a
What
plan if I
what
win?
I'm saying is, I asked you
Yeah.
if Schultz wins, do you have a plan? And you said, yeah, we already
Yeah.
have a plan in place. So you already have a plan. Even if you win, you still have this plan behind the scenes.
Well, if I win, there's no need for a plan.
I know, but you've already made the plan up. That's what I'm saying. You're working in the shadows, even if you plan on winning.
But if I win, then that plan that I was planning is now null and void.
I know, I get that. But why make a secret plan anyway? Go out there and
What
be
am
a
I?
good guy, shake hands and kiss babies.
I can, but I don't need this title going back into the undeniable either. Why would I want it to go back? That's like
So
saying New York is going to go back to the bad guys in any comic book. Why would you do that?
so then you're not confident then.
I am confident in this match. What I'm saying is there always needs to be a backup plan, because nothing is definite. There's absolutely nothing in this universe at all that is
You
100% guaranteed.
you probably like Batman, don't you?
I don't know. I don't like DC. No, I do not like DC at all. No.
You probably like those vigilante type characters. That's what I'm
Actually, my
hearing.
favorite is Iron Man. If I had to be.
I get it. I get it now. That makes sense.
I don't understand what makes sense.
Just a street kid.
May I step in here, please?
Yes. Oh, it's Rion.
Now you've gone and done it.
Yes.
Now you've gone and done it. Yes,
Oh, I
Rion.
know what I was doing. This was my plan all along, Maximus. Get Rion out.
That's fine.
I just want you guys to move forward because you guys are on the same coin. You're just going back and forth with it. Just remember, there's always a third side to the coin.
There's not a third. That's weird.
It is weird. So is this conversation. Let it go.
Never. Never. I don't get to come on your show very often. I'm going to talk as much as Steve lets me.
Oh God, we're gonna be here for 4 hours.
No, I'm just gonna book the Skyler Reed hour before we end in December. So we'll give Skyler an episode to talk all the shit he wants to talk. So I'll message you in a little bit after we're done. You want to come on the Power Hour and
just
talk?
saying.
I asked everybody. The last 2 weeks I have put it out there. Anybody that wants to come on can come on and talk about the show. I have had exactly 2 people. So
I was one
I
of them.
like to have people on that want to be on. So you want to be on, I will make that shit work.
Now, Mr. Steve, we did this a long time ago, and I was on the show, and then you said you were going to bring me back, and I have poked your button every time well, I see you got other multiple time guests on here. So the first time you were going to let me back on, I was going to kick the door in, and you sent the little thing, and I was like, ooh, wasn't even prepared. Boom. I'm in the door.
You are, and you'll have a date and a time before the end of the evening, I assure you. Darkness Falls happening this Saturday at the park. Maximus Orion taking on Eric Schultz. Last Ride version 2. Can't wait to see it. Skyler Reed, one half of the Kings of the Sixth. He and Devin August taking on the Caribbean Cartel. It's going to be a hell of a night, hell of a show. Maximus, any final thoughts?
You know what? I'm only gonna say this, and this isn't even about the match at all. If anybody sees this and we're just considering going to the show, you need to be at the show, because you've got
nothing like Darkness Falls.
You're right. There's nothing like Darkness Falls, random people show up all the time, unexpected, generally when my mom gets up from commentary. So I'll tell her not to do that. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, right.
And I mean, you should just, if you're considering going, or I don't know if I should go to Rocket Pro or not, blah, 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 you should be there. You could take it from two of the guys that are on the card this Saturday that you're not going to want to miss. Darkness Falls. It's going to be fun. It really is going to be fun. Yeah, you don't want to miss that at all. Not my match and not Skyler's match. You're not going to want to miss those.
That's the champion talking right there. Skyler Reed, any final
Now you're
thoughts on
scaring
Darkness
me.
Falls?
No, I'm scared.
Well, I had some, but now you're telling me people are showing up, and it's dark and Halloween, and yeah, no, I'm not liking this anymore.
Suddenly, it's all gone wrong. Gentlemen, it has been a pleasure to have you on tonight. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedules. Darkness Falls, my favorite event of the calendar year. Looking forward to doing some good work Saturday.
The lights just went out.
I think Mike's about to show up at his house. How did Mike get to Canada?
I think I gotta go, guys.
Maximus, where's Shelly?
Hold on, let me pull up Life 360. She is at Menards.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit.
Getting doors and stuff, probably.
Yeah.
All right.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
Thank you so much for being on the show tonight, my friend. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Log off so we can talk about you behind your back.
It works for me. That's the Italian way.
That's the Italian way. The
Thanks,
champ,
guys.
Everybody.
We'll see you guys this weekend.
No longer the sun in the air, but still maybe the American badass.
Do I got to pull an Aaron Stone on you now, too? Jesus Christ.
Do it.
All right, you got me. All right. I'll see you guys later. We'll see you this weekend, all right?
Wave bye to Santino's aunt. Bye, Santino's aunt. All right. Darkness Falls coming this Saturday. That did not go exactly the way I expected. Skyler Reed just likes to get out in on that conspiracy theory stuff, huh?
Well, I mean, I understood what Maximus was saying, and I mean, I think it's smart. I mean, again, none of us knew what was taking place.
Rion knew.
Well, Rion knew. Yes, Rion knew. But to go back, I mean, we've seen that Damian Saint tries to always make a plan. So he's already playing, and he's got a contingency plan, and he's got a backup plan for that contingency plan. And I think it would be foolish if Maximus did not have a contingency plan. I think this will be a awesome fucking match. It even might be match of the night, and or it can be match of the season.
Up for contention. A lot to live up to, Red.
I'm just saying, if these two, let's be honest, we've seen both of them in their own element. They can go. We've seen Schultz in RPW, out of RPW. We've seen what Maximus can do and how he's elevated his game. Again, if this is a one-on-one competition, this will be one for the books. The problem is who Schultz has in his corner, who his second is. Because you know as well as I do you really think Damian Saint is going to sit back after being humiliated for a month? And he's going to sit back and just let this ride? Come on, we both know him better than that.
Well, I mean,
he's played this hand too many times.
Yeah, I see where you're going, but Maximus has his Avengers. I'm sure there are people that are ready to stand behind his back. And Maximus said, whether he wanted to or not, that he has his own plan. So who's right, who's wrong, we don't know. You know, pride comes before a fall. I guess we're going to see at Darkness Falls. Should be a
Well,
hell of a
same
time, though.
they
A lot of
same found
times,
out last month.
a lot of things about IPW keeps coming up because IPW works closely with Rocket Pro Wrestling, and then IPW had a big show this past Sunday. I've seen the photos by Jamie Sammons, and they look very good. Not able to attend, unfortunately, but Rion, while you're here, can you give me a brief rundown? I saw some pretty exciting things. We seem to be pretty excited about Miles Mercer. And what's happening moving forward. Can you tell the kids what happened that was spectacular?
I'm sorry, what?
Well, a lot of things happened at IPW. Yeah, I wasn't there to talk about it, but I've seen some things. I saw Russell ask you some very interesting questions in the Ask Rion segment that I don't know where they came from. I saw Muggsy James seems to have done big things that day. Miles Mercer is getting set to take on Mr. One Night Stand at the next event. Uh, Tell me the magic of IPW this past Sunday for those that weren't there.
Okay. Uh, you're gonna have to forgive me, everyone that's listening to this, as I am very biased as far as talking about IPW at the moment. Uh, I have my reasons. I'm just going to say my apologies ahead of time because, well, just because. Uh, but I will try to make it as professional as possible and continue on with everything accordingly. So I'll just go with the rundown of things. I'll just go here first. Ask around anything. There was a scenario that took place where I was starting to make announcements because I'm just going to be honest with you, there were multiple call-offs that took place on the day, leading to the fact that I was the only referee for that day. There was no Whiplash, there was no Marche, there was no Danny. Um, I understood what's happened, but the show must go on. And unfortunately, I also had to do the uh, ask around anything. So in the middle of this, there was a fight that broke out between Jay Thunder and Stampede Larkin, to where Miles Mercer wanted me to bring officials to break them up. I had to casually remind him there are no officials, as I'm the only one, and I'm not going to start working for another 20 minutes because I still have to get done with this ask around anything deal. So I asked him to just take care of it and go from there. There's nothing I could do at that point. Uh, you can actually check that all out online as it was live streamed. Uh, I believe it was by a guy that's called Critically Drinking. Ironically, it's fine. Uh, but ultimately, I was the only referee, so there was a lot of stuff that I had to deal with. So I can rapid fire the uh, actual results as I'll just do the ones I can remember, not in any particular order. Cash Money was able to defend both of his championships. First against uh, Rocky Rivera, uh, but in the process of him defending against Rocky Rivera, he took a little bit of an injury, especially since he had to deal with Frontline the night
Hellacious ladder
prior.
match. So yeah, I'm amazed that he was able to be successful after the beatings he took.
Which is what we should be talking about right now, especially with everything there was a lot more history made at Frontline. I can tell you that much. As far as
Everything
I mean,
has its time and its place, and to me, right now, it is IPW time.
yeah, agree to disagree. This is me also being biased. I mean, I'll continue on. Uh, Gustavo immediately went and wrestled against McHenry for the junior heavyweight championship, and he ended up winning by disqualification due to Roxanne Vera uh, attacking Gustavo. Because just as Gustavo had the opportunity uh, to tap out Corey McHenry, Riviera came out more or less telling them, "Hey, I did all the work. You're not going to win this championship off of the work that I did," and he knocked him out, or at least attempted to. Um, Prior to that, you had the tag match between uh, Mercer and Stampede once they were able to get back in the ring after being chased around by Jay Thunder. Uh, just a one night stand, was able to find a partner in Quinn Whittock, which they have in the moment called themselves One Night Violence. Uh,
Aw, I love that.
the They originally were going with Sexy Stand, and then they flipped it and said one night violence. I was like, you should
That's
probably go with
good.
one night violence. That's actually something that got said in the middle of the ring. I was like, one night violence fits. Um, but ultimately, Jay Thunder came back because there's no officials. I'm the only one, and chased off Larkin, which was able to uh, have one night stand go one on one with Mercer, and he got a clean victory on him. And with that match, he was able to choose his stipulation, which he more or less told the crowd on that day that he doesn't want everyone to think that this victory that he just got was a fluke. So he decided that he wanted a 2 out of 3 falls match. And that will be on October 26th, as a matter of fact, since we're here. I'll just put that up really quickly and then go to something else. Uh, nope, that's not the thing. I'm sorry.
While
My
you're
apologies. The
searching,
phone
can I
is.
say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Um, Christian, longtime referee, has come into his own of late and is doing big things uh, at Super Wrestlers, at ARW, and at IPW, amongst other places. IPW was one of the first places that took him seriously as a performer and gave him substantial things to do as a professional wrestler. And when I shared that post earlier in the week, and I was talking about IPW being special, that's what makes it so special. And that's why we talk about it like we do. That's why this is the time to talk about it. Because, for him, it's important because, he was able to become something bigger than he thought he could be because IPW was there to give him opportunity. I got a chance to be a wrestler on many shows at IPW. Some of my fondest memories from this business happened at IPW. So to me, the magic of IPW is it's real and it probably should be one of the most respected promotions around because it doesn't it doesn't judge. It doesn't say you can't. It says you can if you believe and you work hard. And I think that is so incredibly important, especially right now when so many people keep telling you you can't. Continue, Rian.
This is something I'll actually address during the Ask Rion Anything segment. You are more than welcome to check that out. As far as what IPW means, but I very much have a love-hate relationship with IPW. Um, but I will never deny the influence that it has over the the local and the independent scene. Um, and for anyone that says that that's not the case, I'm going to tell you flat out it does. There's a lot of people that have come through there, and there are a lot of people that have benefited. The ones that have honestly used it for what it is have come through there and made themselves a path, or at least gave themselves a fair shot to go out and do other things. Which brings me to this particular match with Q-Mech versus Jay Thunder.
A monster
Uh,
move.
yeah, they went head up. Both did well. Unfortunately, uh, it was thrown out due to the fact that there was an attack that took place from Larkin, from Steele, and as Mercer watched. Uh, but a save was made by Pizza and Beer in order to stop Mercer, because he literally took what I said at the beginning. I said, you're just going to have to take care of it, and just decided to start taking care of all the things. And that gets annoying after a while. Unfortunately, I had no officials, so I couldn't really stop a whole lot. But it will be interesting to see how that plays out later on. The scheduled main, and I do say scheduled main, presented Marcelo Spade, the Second City champion, in a scramble match with his opponents being Damian Gray, uh, D'Angelo Steele, Jean Paul Le Miserable, JDM, Jason Dre Marquise, and Disco Ray.
Wow. It's an all-star team.
Yeah, but unfortunately, none of the All Stars in this particular instance was able to shine because Marcelo Stipade was still able to win as far as the Four Corners match. Uh, he then started to berate me and tell me how I ultimately was a horrible leader, and how he needs to have more respect, and he needs to be respected, as he is the longest reigning Second City champion. This posed Muggsy James to come out with a medallion, uh, cash it in, and take on Marcelo Spade in the moment. And he ended up winning the Second City championship. Hence, the photo that you requested is here.
There it is. The one
So yeah,
ref and the Second City champion. And that is that's just awesome.
yeah. I had to hold his medallion because he was too busy whooping ass. I was like, this is a conflict of interest, but it's fine. As I'm the only referee, I gotta do the thing. So that's what I did. Um, but yeah,
A hell of a
I
show.
wish.
Great stories to be told, that's for sure.
Once again, I'm sorry for not being as enthusiastic, but it was a long day. I'm just being honest with you. And
I appreciate you. I appreciate you being on to talk about it because I think it needs to be talked about, and I wish I was there to be able to talk about it. We've got some big things coming up for the 26th. Mr. Kilmore's back at IPW. Uh, that man, I tell you, what a great matchup though. That should be a hell of a match.
Those are the two that are announced. The Mr. Kilmore versus John Fall, a miserable, and the 2 out of 3 falls match for the league championship. With Christian Torion taking on Miles Mercer for that very title.
Make your plans to be in Richton Park on October 26th because it's going to be a hell of a show, as it always is. And you get to see some of the best talent in the Midwest and other places as well. Rion, thank you. The world is better with you.
What you got next, Steve?
Going to do a little Frontline, and then we're going to get ready to go. Rian was right. Some history was made at Frontline Pro. First of all, Night for Tyler 8 Red. It was the biggest night for Tyler. They made the most money. The Bakerville bar was jammed to the rafters. There was the most people I've ever seen in this building at any time that I've been there. They were stacked on top of each other. It was very impressive to see. Let us start with the end of the night. Sierra versus Warhorse. The first time around, Sierra versus Warhorse is a match that was a catalyst. Sierra has been putting in the work and putting in the miles for many years now, over a decade at this point. And she had come to a point in her life where, she had lost a little bit of her faith. And then she had her first match against Warhorse, and that brought her back to the love of the game, shall we say. Well, she came in to this match with a plan, and the Warhorse fought as well as I have ever seen him fight. And this thing went back and forth for what seemed like an eternity. But in the end, despite overwhelming odds, Sierra makes history. It is the era of Sierra. She wins. She is the first ever woman to hold the Frontline Pro heavyweight champion. And may God have mercy on those that try to take that belt from her. There were people crying in the audience. They were so inspired that night. The entire locker room surrounded her in the ring. You could see Thrills had the video camera right in there, getting all the reactions. So it was an incredibly moving period of time. Terrific moment for Sierra. Nobody works harder and deserves it more. But then to say nobody works harder would be downplaying what Shaq Jordan did. For the first time in the history of Frontline Pro, there is a Grand Slam champion. And the match between Shaq and Corey McHenry and Sam Eli, all three of their titles, it was a winner take all. And Shaq Jordan found a way to get the job done, to unify those three titles. And he is the only human in Frontline Pro, including Quinn Whittick, who is the longest running Frontline champion in history, to win the Grand Slam, to win every title at Frontline Pro. So congratulations to the generational treasure. I say often that he's one of the best I've ever seen. Never was that more true Saturday night in Marshfield. Some other pretty cool things that happened. Quinn Whittick, after being off for many months, and with what he's doing with the Clowns, we thought his relationship with Frontline was done. He came out and said quite the contrary. I am back and I'm on a mission. And Quinn's first mission was against Gringo Loco. Now, Quinn Whittick versus Gringo Loco is a main event match just about anywhere you go. The fact that it was a match that was kind of a surprise to everybody, blew the house. I mean, the welcome back Quinn chants and the little girl with tears in her eyes that her hero was back. It was a pretty cool thing to see. It just kept building from when we started until it ended. You could feel Tyler in the building. You could feel the family's joy, the community's joy, Frontline's joy. It's just one of those nights that when you experience it, you were in the presence of something otherworldly. Aaron Xavier got into it with Jared Jacks, and ended up kicking him in the balls. and getting the match thrown out. And that is going to lead to Jax versus Aaron Xavier in a street fight next month. So Aaron Xavier came on this show. We saw what he was wearing. We had to edit that out because YouTube wanted to ban it. So it had to be done. I had it in focus where I had Chris Merrick of the Rapture. He was my guest, and things got heated as they do. And who saved me? None other than Rockin' Rivera, who is someone I thought that hated me. But he must hate Chris Merrick a little bit more because he swung in for the save. So that sets up Merrick and Rivera in just a few weeks. Probably the most shocking thing that happened was Kid Lat had the worst night of his career at Marshfield. First of all, he lost his tag team titles. Him and the Thundercat lost their titles to Coda Jacobs and Jameson McGregor, who are now the tag team champions for Frontline Pro. But it's how he lost it that's the important thing, because he was attacked on the outside by his former best friend, the Meat Sauce, now called the Wrecker, Josh Price. And Josh Price damn near killed him, power bombed him onto the floor. It was savage. And then he still gamely got up and tried to fight. And then Adonis Allen turns on Kid Lat and walks out and drops him. Wow. So his best friend leaves him and tries to kill him. His tag team partner and best friend, who he's known forever, try to kill him and leave him. And he was left a broken human in that ring. And now the Wrecker has his sights set on Shaq Jordan. So a lot of shit went down at Frontline Pro. And that's not even counting the triple threat for the Liberty Division Championship, which Rory Shield found a way to screw Josie Valentine and Judy Lynn out of it one more time. So from the minute we started till the minute was over, it defied any expectation. It's definitely the biggest show that Frontline Pro has ever had. I can't wait to see what happens next. But it was a great night. Red, did any of that shock you?
All
of it shocked you.
No, because I called Rory. I remember that. I told you last week. I called that.
Did you call Kid Lat losing his friends
no,
and his titles?
There's no way I would have saw that coming. Twofold? No way. No way I would have saw the Record and then Adonis. No. I told you I wasn't picking either nephew, but I am very proud of, because other people that were there, the match got back to me. So I'm proud that I think Sam, Corey, and Shaq put on one hell of a match.
When it comes out, you should watch it. It really was splendid.
I'm not shocked by Xavier, but I think he's just a piece of shit. So, and I'm totally dumbfounded by Rockin' Rivera saved you, like, yeah. Of all people.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, apparently.
Clearly.
I think he wanted to punch me in the face, but he did me a solid, so I can't wait to see what happens next between those two.
But I told you last week, and I'll say it again repeatedly. A Night for Tyler is special. Period. And if when next year this time rolls around, it'll still be special. It is something about that young man that I think, like, his spirit, you can feel his spirit in that building.
No doubt.
All night long. And I just,
you know what didn't happen, Red? Draven Stryker did not get dropped by the sisters.
Oh, now you
AJ Abrams got dropped by the sisters.
Oh, well then that's better. That's better.
Yeah, like I said, this is my third one. Uh, I usually am a big honor bound guy because to me that's a very impressive show every year. Night for Tyler for a great cause, all the pomp and circumstance, but what happened there that night, I don't know if it will ever happen like that again. I just don't know. The electricity in that building when Sierra got the one, two, three is unlike anything I've ever felt. And we have been in some places where we have felt some shit. We were there when I Believe in Joe Hendry. We were there at that big theater when Dynamic Wrestling Alliance did that big show. We were there, part of that energy and that electricity. We've seen some big things and some big moments, and I don't know if I'll ever experience anything quite like it because uh, everybody in the building wanted Sierra to win, and for a while it didn't look like she was going to, but in the end, everybody got the payoff that they wanted, and what a night for Tyler was. Uh,
Glad to hear.
One more point of business tonight. NWA Chicago returns to Highland Park this Friday. We've got the Boz taking on none other than Trevor Murdoch, who is rocking all that gold these days. So it's going to be a hell of a night. I'm still not sure if I'm going to be on this show or not. I've heard conflicting stories. I think I'm going to go there just in case, but you never know. You never know with NWA Chicago. Also, Hot Rod Daddy Andy is going to be doing some pretty big things, taking on, I believe it's Stu Montgomery, which is a pretty big deal. You've got Aaron Stevens going to be there. You've got Carson Drake going to be there. So they're taking on Charlie Adams. So the role that NWA Chicago is on, I haven't been there in a bit due to personal situations, but I think I'm gonna make my way to Highland Park and see if I can lend a hand or a voice to the goings on Friday because Dina is well enough to go on a girl trip with a couple of her girlfriends. So I don't have anything to do, so I might as well go to NWA and see Amina Belmont go after some gold to see what Daisy Kill and the Cole twins have to do. I see, Marche is going to be up there doing things. You got Shelly Benson in the house, Natalie Markova. I think Billy is still out on tour, so I don't think BC is going to be there. But Fallout is the name of this show. It's this Friday, Highland Park. Get there early and get good seats because it fills up pretty quickly in Highland Park. NWA Chicago doing amazing things, and it's cool to be a part of it when you get to be a part of it. So that's the show. Red, you got anything else?
No, that's it.
I don't want you to fall asleep on me now.
No.
Next week on this show, we will be getting ready for what will be a very busy weekend coming up the weekend after this one. We've got Friday night CSW with the Dark Ritual. It's the first ever Dark Ritual situation where some things are going to get crazy. October just hits different on a Shy Style Friday night. And then Red, Saturday, you go home, right, Red? To the Hammond Civic Center as ARW is going to be there, and it's going to be it's my first time at the Hammond Civic Center. I am going to take every moment of that in and just look around and just be glad to be there. Our
And
guest
then there's another show you missed.
C3 has got its Wednesday thing, right?
Yep.
It's from like 1 to 4, and it's
Yep.
at like a retirement home.
A nursing center and rehab center.
You just love performing in front of old people.
I love performing.
Yes, you do.
So
So I did not forget about it. I thought we were, that will be next week as well.
we'll
Joining us
cover
on
it.
this program will be a man that's wrapped up right in the middle of all the chaos that is ARW. Our good friend Muggsy James of the family will be fighting in a almost like a Survivor Series match, I guess, against Braun the Bully Mammoth, and it's the family versus the AFA. So it's for the legacy of Ivan. And I'm sure there will be a pretty impressive Ivan tribute at the Hammond Civic Center to boot. So it's going to be a splendid night. We'll get in with Muggsy and we'll ask Muggsy about his big win at IPW. So whenever Muggsy's on the show, it's always good. So that's next week on the Power Hour. Want to thank
Yep.
champion Maximus Orion and the Canadian Skyler Reed for being on here tonight. We're going to talk about the knockouts next week a little bit, since I didn't have anybody that I could fill in for Cactus Rack. The knockouts were back. They got a stay of execution, shall we say, or they got a few more months in the building. So there are still some shows to come. There's a minors bout coming up in October. There are a couple of bouts in November so they're going to go through the end of the year like normal. It's going to be rec league bouts and minors bouts. But the magic of the Chicago knockouts in Homewood for another few months. So we told you it was over. Now it's back up. So you have no fucking excuse not to go check out the knockouts. And next Tuesday night, Cactus will be back and we'll cover the knockouts a little bit better. I was not quick enough to get anybody to replace her. She's in Michigan with personal stuff. So we hope she's doing well. For Rion Skills, thank you, Rion, for coming on tonight and doing the pictures. We appreciate it, even though you hate it here. Thanks to the urban sensation C Red for being my main dude. And for everybody, thank you for watching. We will catch you next Tuesday night as the Power Hour final season continues. Good night, everybody.